Huge game on deck over in Dublin, Ireland this Wednesday night as Atalanta takes on Bayer Leverkusen in what, no matter which way this one ends up going, will mark history over in the Irish capital this week. The favourites for this game, Bayer Leverkusen, have had an absolutely incredible season, no question. 51 straight games now without a loss. They broke the European record. They became the first German side in Bundesliga history to record an undefeated campaign as well, going for the treble also this season. So, what Xabi Alonso has been able to do with this team inside a season, we've got to remember that this was a Bayer Leverkusen team battling relegation as recently as last November of last season. It really is incredible stuff, and they have a real opportunity to etch their names into history here on Wednesday night as well, with yet another victory and title standing in their way, however, or another team looking to make history on Wednesday night in Atalanta, who are aiming to become not only the first Italian team ever to lift the Europa League, but also lift their first ever European trophy themselves, a semi-final berth in the now defunct European Cup Winners' Cup back in the late 1980s, I believe, has been the furthest Atalanta have ever progressed in a European competition previously, although they did have that epic quarter-final collapse against PSG just a couple of seasons ago as well, over in the Champions League. So it's fair to say that while Bayer Leverkusen have been the team generating all of the major headlines in Europe this season, Atalanta, they're just getting the job done. They've had the harder road to get to this point in the Europa League. They knocked out the Portuguese champion Sporting Lisbon back in the round of 16. They knocked out Liverpool in a major upset in the quarterfinals, knocked out Marseille in the last round as well. So Atalanta, especially with wily old veteran Gasperini in charge, they definitely shouldn't be overlooked in this one. And that's going to make up a large part of my play here. Atalanta have shown across the back half of the season just how difficult they are to beat, especially in Europe. Just one defeat across the last 9 games in all, across all competitions. They've lost just once across the last 12 Europa League matchups as well, and have scored in 23 of their last 25 European games as well. So it really does highlight just how dangerous this Atalanta team are right now. And despite wearing the favourites tag ahead of this one and being deserved favourites at that, I'm expecting Bayer Leverkusen to nevertheless, face a really tough test in this one on Wednesday night, when they do take on this over in Dublin. Each of the last 3 Europa League finals have finished in a penalty shootout. That result would not surprise me in the least here again. I think both teams are equally poised to take advantage here. And a plus 625, I really love that price. I just can't get past the 1-1 correct score here. Both teams have, lethality in attack. They're really, they've got some really star power up front. Both teams have underrated defense at the other end as well. So, a 0-0, can't see that. 2-2 looks a bit too high here as well. I struggle to see either of those two scorelines hitting. And as a result, and what I expect to be a close game at least, I believe the 1-1 correct score here on Wednesday presents the best outright value. And if you're looking for a winner, I would imagine Bayer Leverkusen likely keep doing what they've done all season and get that win in extra time. So correct score 1-1 plus 625. Like I said, great price there. That'll be a best bet for me for Wednesday night's game. I already have a plus 2,000 futures ticket on Bayer Leverkusen back from the start of the season to lift the cup. So I'll be rooting for the German side in this one. But great game expected nonetheless. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. Euro 2024 is right around the corner as well. Only a couple of weeks away now, and I'm really excited for that one personally. We'll have some specials loaded up with WagerTalk over on my page over the next couple of days to take advantage of that. So make sure and keep an eye out for those, as we're not only the #1 profit leader in UEFA competitions this season at WagerTalk, but we've also been, knocking those futures predictions out of the park this season as well, like we just mentioned previously, holding that 20-1 ticket on Bayer Leverkusen in the final on Wednesday. So make sure and join us for the Euro 2024 Summer Tournament. Like and subscribe to the video if you haven't already done so. It's always appreciated. And as always, until next time, Slán Abhaile and best of luck on all your bets.